Just hold the nut and I'll turn the screwdriver if you want.
Shiny top coat.
In the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. I'd have said the right thing, but it must have used the wrong line. I've been on the right trail, but I must have used the wrong car. Head is in a bad place, and I wonder what it's good for. I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. My head is in a bad place, but I'm having such a good time. I've been running, trying to hung up in my mind. Just got to give myself a good talking to this time. Just need a little brain salad surgery. I got to cue my insecurity.
Action!
As you may recall, we are out for maintenance in Aktio yard in Provenza in Greece. Carrying out some much needed maintenance, Flattening it all again,
out,
making it all look so
sexy.
fairing the hull after being sandblasted, painting, and the front end being replaced due to an accident in Corfu. Episode 54, Aktio Yard, Part 3. We have 8 portholes in total. All of them are being replaced, and all of them are individual. So I have had to dry fit each and every single one of them, turn them over, and swap them from side to side, rather frustratingly. And once we've dry fitted them and we know which frame fits which porthole, we can then apply butyl tape, which is what we're using to seal these against the steel hull. Here we apply the butyl tape on the stainless steel frame. Once we've done that, we can apply the glass to the frame and then put butyl tape on the other side of the glass. Play the pudding, because you actually make a really neat job of it. Way neater than I do, because I know it's all getting sandwiched in there and being squished out.
So what?
No, but I think you take great care of the way you apply the stuff.
Well, I figured the neater it is and the less joins there are and things like that,
Yeah.
the less likely you are to have leaks.
The next part of the process is me on the outside pushing the frames in and pushing the bolts through the holes, which I've already pre-drilled, and that on the inside with some stainless steel washers and some nylock nuts.
Did you go messing up my nice neat butyl tape?
Too late. Can you see which way that one needs to go? The one I just tried, this one. Once all the bolts have nuts on the back of them, we can slowly tighten them down. Okay. It actually took us 3 days to get these portholes back into the boat. It's quite a laborious, time-consuming job. And the weather conspired against us. Once again, weather's not good enough for us to do top coats, but it is good enough for us to get on with some primer.
The other stuff was epoxy primer. This is actual primer.
Oh. So the other stuff wasn't real primer?
No.
Damn.
Other stuff was not real primer.
And I add 1 kilo of copper powder to each tin of paint to make it stronger. there's several ways to get the paint onto the side of the boat. We could use spray equipment if we had it. Because we've got rollers and we've got paint brushes, we tend to do it quite a simplistic technique. Generally speaking, we roll the paint on and then tip the paint out using a very good quality brush. In this case, because of the temperatures outside the boat, we didn't really need to roll the paint on. I had plenty of time to work it. Didn't use too much thinners in it. It went on quite a good thickness of paint, and the finish is exceedingly good. We used a Harris paintbrush, which is a very high quality brush. Doesn't lose any hair, very long bristles, and very easy to apply a good quality paint finish. Paint wise, we're using International Mauritius Blue. It's the 2-component variety, and it gives quite a hard finish, which is quite scratch resistant. In the past I've used a single pack paint, which is very soft, scratches easily, not great with the dinghy alongside all the time, so we're hoping this will last a lot longer.
Shiny top coat. And the man that did it. Come here, honey.
I can't claim it was a team job. Go Team BA. Finally, after 2 months in the boatyard, we are ready to go back in the water.
If I don't see you again, nice to meet you.
No.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
I see you again.
We'll be back.
Do you want to say we want
We've just finished our yard stay, 2 months and a bit in Aktio Marine, and you've obviously seen the videos of all the work we've done. We've relaunched today, the boat's running just fine, and we are getting ready to go back through the left cast canal. Over to you, Nat.
It's when you said try and look intelligent.
And we made our way back down the left cast canal, heading for Nidri and Tranquil Bay. You can see why it got the name Tranquil Bay. We anchored pretty much in the centre of the bay. There was nobody else here on anchor, just the boats that were tied back to the rocks. We chilled out for a couple of days, did some cleaning, and as per usual, more maintenance. This was a new fuel line that we bought in the south of France. It's been doing my head in for absolutely ages, because it keeps kinking and then the outboard engine stalls or
What you doing?
loses power, so I've decided to fix it.
Well, this is like a new fuel line. I think we got this in south of France.
Yeah.
We bought this in south of France, and it's EPA compliant, and it's yeah, used with ABYC compliant systems and fittings only, US Coast Guard type approved, and it just kinks all the time, and then it's like that all the time, and it just restricts the fuel supply. So we're going to change it out with this stuff, which isn't US Coast Guard compliant, which doesn't kink. Look at the difference. Therein lays my problem. So then the dinghy keeps going boo,
Sorry, how does it go?
boo, and then shuts off, which is getting rather annoying.
Okay.
Good morning. So this is how we start our day.
8th of December.
Yes, almost Christmas. Nelson. What do you want? Want to go out? Want to go out? Go. Let's go.
Other than getting in the dinghy without getting a wet bottom. The dog always needs to come ashore for a reason, especially first thing in the morning. Caught on camera. Nelson, come back. Oh, nicely. Good morning.
Where are we? What are we doing?
We are just leaving Nidri. That's Nidri behind us with the ferries. We've just left Tranquil Bay, picked up anchor, and we are heading towards Meganisi. We're going to try and tie up on the Varti town quay or in the Odysseus marina in Varti. Just for a change of scenery, really, because it's a lovely day. 3 meters.
There's fishing gear here, there's fishing gear there. Want me to jump in the dinghy and go down?
2.5.
Can we jump in the dinghy and go down and look?
I think it might make sense. 2.2.
Being a Sunday, there was nobody else around, and we couldn't confirm depths, etc. And rather than run aground at the entrance to the harbour, we turned around and bailed out. We know there's a good anchorage just the other side of the hill, and then we can walk into town if we need to. The weather forecast for the next 24 hours is pretty good, so it's no issue.
Is there a footpath along here as well?
I never actually found it, but I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
If not, there's definitely one up from that beach, because that's where Kauai were anchored. Okay, do you want to take her? And I'll put a line. Ready?
I've sped this up because it takes us probably 30 minutes or so, I would guess. Drop the anchor and then tie 2 lines back to trees on the shoreline. But you can see the basic process behind this. Nat's gone ashore. Nat's taken 1 line with her. She'll tie that off to a tree. I go forwards to the anchor. I drop the anchor. We have a brake system on our windlass, so we can put a small amount of tension on it. Which means it will pay itself out as I reverse the boat. The other option, we have a remote control, but I prefer to use the band brake on the windlass. As I take the boat back, you'll see Nat coming back towards me. When she gets closer, I can take the line off of her. There'll be tension on the anchor chain, tension on the anchor, and then we use the boat's engine to get closer to the shoreline and take up the slack on the rope once I've got it around a bollard. So we've now got tension on the anchor chain. We've got 1 line onto our port aft bollard. That's now going to take the 2nd rope and tie that off to another tree. It's best to use floating line for this process, but we don't actually have a floating line. We have 2 100-metre lengths of octoplat, which I used to use in the Bristol Channel for anchoring. So we just have to be very careful that this line doesn't end up around our own propeller.
December the 10th, I believe it is, and we are just in Meganisi tying back to the rocks because it's a gorgeous day and the next couple of days are supposed to be really nice. So our winter cruising plan is going exceedingly well. Fitting the rat traps. Where are you going?
Someone has to check the anchor.
It's December.
Doesn't matter.
The 8th of December. Santa's going to be here in like
2.5 weeks.
17 days.
Yeah.
And you're going in?
Going in.
Yeah, ready. How freezing is it?
It's fresh.
It's
but
brisk.
cold. What is going on over there? Have you put the footage from September in with December, honey?
Yeah, look around, see how busy it is. This winter cruising stuff's got to stop. It's not fair on everyone else. Everyone else has flown home. We're here all alone.
It's
Not fair on them. The patented rat trap. No more rats.
flying by, away from them, and no one can see me now. I'm miles above you, don't care what they're seeing below, 'cause I'm miles above, I'm miles above you. Miles above you.
Next time on Blown Away, we spend our Christmas and New Year in Marina Odysseus, which is on Meganisi in Greece. We've actually fell in love with this place.
Close, but no coconut.
We go off exploring the island a little bit. Sadly, we suffer with some mechanical failures that need to be investigated.
We've got a noise from the transmission somewhere. Gearbox, cutlass bearing, maybe the stern greaser, but I doubt that because there's nothing to it other than tracking music.
And we meet up with our friends Omar and Mikhail, and we get some really disturbing news from Omar. Just a couple of days later, the boat is lost. She's run aground on rocks. And we break out the mountain bikes. Let's go look at some of these trails. We had some unwanted visitors, some little creepy crawlies, and we need rid of them. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll get notifications when we release another one.
Why are you rowing, honey?
Because I bought 1.5 meters of your line, I needed 2.
But he's already taken the whole thing apart.